What's up, YouTube? Been a minute since I uploaded, but I wanted to bring a quick video. Today I'm out here taking care of the leather in the Tesla. Teslas use vegan leather on their cars, so this is of course man-made leather, and Tesla makes all of their seats in-house along with the audio system. So none of this stuff is like, bought from third party. It's all made by Tesla. But these seats can get a little bit weird to take care of because they don't stain easily, but you just have to like keep them clean and kind of do a little maintenance on them. I do my maintenance about every 6 months. So what I do is I go up to every seat and I go up to the door panels, so these guys, and I will spray this car, guys. I'll put a link in the description. Super cleaner on them. This stuff works great. And I'll spray the whole seat with this stuff and really get it wet, and then I'll come there after I spray the seat and I'll wipe it down with a green microfiber. And what a common spot is that gets dirty on these is right here on the headrest. I think it's just from people putting their head on here, like your head has like oils and stuff and like all this nasty stuff, and by constantly putting it on there it'll start to turn like a brown color. Not bad, but it'll start to tarnish. This is obviously worse on white seats than it is with black seats. With black seats it's harder to see, but it's still there. But on the white seats you could start seeing like a brown tarnish. So I'll spray this car guy's stuff directly on the whole seat. It doesn't hurt or stain it or anything, but it will clean it. And then I'll come back and I'll wipe that entire seat down with one of these, and I'll really just scrub in there or wipe it down, and that'll remove all the dirt. And then I'll come around the back side of the seat and I'll do the same thing there. And once that back side of the seat's clean, then actually I missed a little spot there, you can see. There we go, it's gone. Then you can come with a protectant, because this stuff removes all of the factory like sealer they have on the vegan leather, like the protector they have on it. So when you use this, that's gone. It's just raw vegan leather. So obviously you don't want to leave it like that because it'll stain easier and get dirty faster. So I then come back and take this stuff to protect it, which is like a leather protector. I'm trying to see where I put it here. Of course I went and lost it, but here we go. I come back with this ceramic leather coat, and I'll put it by Nanoteks. I'll put a link in the description of this stuff. It tells you on the instructions of what to do on the back, but I'll spray the entire seat section by section. This I don't do all at the same time. I'll spray the headrest, and they give you a black microfiber, and then I'll wipe side to side, and then up and down, and then all around, and then I'll let that sit for about 2 minutes. And I come back and it's like wax on a car. I come back and I polish it, I buff it out, and or polish it out. And then once you do that, it really protects it. There's some specks there. That's not dirt. That's just from the sunroof. But I'll come back and I'll do that over the whole seat. And you can feel a seat that's not treated, and you'll feel it's kind of like rough. And then when you come to the seat that's treated, it's like super smooth and like really like, you can tell that some kind of chemical was put on it because it's just super smooth. And when you get in the car after you treat the seats with this stuff, I mean, you like slide right in. There's no friction at all, and it'll stay like that for a few months. The only downside to this stuff is it only lasts for 6 months before it needs to be retreated. So I just mark on my calendar every 6 months when it needs to be done. And then I'll come in here, I'll clean them with the car guy's stuff, and then I'll wipe them down with this. And that just puts that protective layer on there that's it's UV protecting and stain protecting and all these things that you want on the vegan leather, just to kind of protect it and really make these seats last a super long time. The seats already stock by themselves from Tesla are stain resistant, but once you put this on there, then it's even more stain resistant. And I'll come and like my wheel has the same vegan leather on here. Unfortunately, I'm getting like some stretching there. That's just because when I'm driving the car, I'm holding it like that. And when you're going faster, you obviously grip the wheel tighter, or I do at least. And that causes like stress on the leather and it pulls it that way. But that's nothing to do with this stuff. but I'll still come and I'll protect it with this stuff, because just to try and help protect it from ripping and stuff like that, and stains. So I'll coat the wheel with it, and you can do this with the stock wheel as well, not just the yoke, the aftermarket yoke. But then I'll come here and I'll treat these with it, and it'll make the same super soft coating on these, because this is leather. And the reason I'm doing these doors is when it's raining, or like it's super windy and it's blowing dust and dirt and all kind of stuff, you want to have this leather here protected, because this door is open, getting hit with the rain, and you might have the door open in the sun, it's getting blasted with the sun, all these elements that this specific leather piece gets exposed to, versus like the inside of the car. That stuff's not going to get exposed as much because it's, you know, in the car. But I would still say, like, protect all your door panels where that have leather like this with the same stuff, and that'll get you a good like 6 months of protection on these. And just come and wipe them down. And same goes with the back seat. And these panels, I'll do these panels. And back seats, same thing, I'll come and do the back seats. Now the back seats, I'll usually pull this forward after I wipe the inside, and then I'll come back and I'll just hit the back side of the headrest, you know, right here, kind of the spots that you really don't get to when you're wiping it. Doesn't matter as much, but I mean, if you're doing the seats, might as well do everything. And so that's just kind of some of the things that I'll come and wipe down when I'm using this product. But other than that, guys, just, you know, it's just a reminder of some products that you can use, and to clean these vegan leather seats, especially if you have white seats. And so I would do this about every 6 months, just to keep these seats lasting for the lifetime of the car. They're not a super lot of maintenance, but it does take about, you know, an hour and a half to do this, with if you're cleaning them right and wipe them down. So I would just allocate that time, you know, find a day and come and clean them. And this goes for all Teslas. You know, just protect them, keep the car up, make it look good, you know. And it's just kind of like a staple of, like, when somebody gets in your car, like, your seats are smooth, they're clean, they feel good, they're not dirty, you know, all those things, you know, just kind of represents who you are as a person. So that's just something that I do, really keeping the seats clean. But all the products will be linked in the description below. Let you guys decide for yourself if you want to do it, but I do recommend it.